Hi guys, JH6, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys watching. So I figured I'd do this video to help out some of the new guys joining the military. Some of you guys are going to go to boot camp, you're going to go to training, and then you're going to go to your schoolhouse, and you are going to make mistakes that are probably going to get you in trouble. It is what it is. Marines make mistakes all the time, and they get cut, and they do things that they shouldn't do, but it is what it is. But I wanted to tell you about a couple of mistakes that you shouldn't make, because it could potentially destroy your career. It could potentially stop you from going into the next level, maybe re-enlisted, maybe making a military career, or maybe just getting promoted to, Lance Corporal, Corporal Sergeant, and all the way up in the Staff NCO levels. So now, here's the deal. First one is going to be tattoos. Once you finish boot camp, you're gonna come home and you want to have your motto tattoo, right? We call that your motivation, where you're gonna be showing your pride of being a Marine. Careful what you do. There's Marine Corps orders. If you haven't watched my video on tattoos, I'll link it below. But there's Marine Corps orders, and some of those orders dictate where you could get tattoos, and you could potentially get in a lot of trouble once you get that cool little tattoo that says Marines that you want to get right here. So again, be really careful with tattoos, because it could potentially stop you from doing great things. Now, number two, drinking and driving. Woo! This is a big one, guys. You're going to be 19 and 20, and you're always going to hear things like, oh, if I'm old enough to go to combat, I'm old enough to drink. Definitely, that's something that you're going to hear. Trust me, you're going to hear that. And again, that's a debatable topic. You can put comments down below. But the reality is that 21 years old is the legal age. I mean, we can't do nothing about it. So if you start drinking underage, you are going to get into a lot of trouble. And to add up to that, the drinking and driving part, if you start drinking and you actually get caught in a DWI, or drinking while impaired, while the influence, whatever's the terminology, I got to tell you guys, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. You're not going to get promoted, and it could potentially stop you from re-enlisting if you want to re-enlist. And if you do re-enlist, it could potentially stop you from getting, selected to staff sergeant and things like that, because you're going to have that in your background. It's always going to follow you. So again, you definitely need to make sure what you do. Obviously, a DWI may cost you thousands of dollars. It's going to cost you way more than what the Marine Corps is going to cost you. But again, it's going to cost you a promotion. It's going to cost you a pay raise. It's just going to cost you way too much. So don't do it. Now, number three is going to be simple: domestic, some type of domestic. Now, obviously, every cop is going to get into fights. That happens. If you're married, if you haven't get into a fight, you're pretty much a liar, because couples fight. But you have to know how to fight. You have to know how to not go that route where you start becoming an abuser, and you start becoming, abusing your spouse and your family. You get charged for the domestic assault crime or some type of domestic crime, and your career is done. Again, you're not going to get promoted. You won't be able to re-enlist, and you're just going to be done. And obviously, you can't carry a gun. You got to think about this. If you can't carry a gun in the civilian sector, you won't be able to carry a gun in the military sector neither. So again, tattoos, drinking and driving, and domestic assault, you got to stay away from that. Like I said, guys, one of the things that you have to remember, that the Marine Corps is you're not only going to have to answer for your professional side, the things that you do in your job, you're actually going to have to answer for your personal life. So they say that Marines is a lifestyle. You become a Marine, you're square away in all your factors. Not only you take care of your job, you also take care of your family, and if you don't, you will answer for those things. So again, let me know what you think. Hopefully that's going to help somebody. Appreciate you guys watching. If you like this type of videos, click like, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and God is in control.